Hi, my name is Kip Rumens. Thank you for purchasing a Travis Industries gas product. Today we're going to introduce you to the GreenSmart remote control and how it works with your gas fireplace. The advantage that you have on your Travis gas product is that it has an intermittent pilot called GreenSmart or a continuous pilot switch underneath the stove itself, right underneath the control panel. When you put it in continuous pilot, your pilot is lit at that point and it'll stay on all the time. In the GreenSmart pilot mode, your pilot only lights when the unit calls for heat, so it saves you energy, which saves you money. The GreenSmart remote is really simple because it can be used as a wireless wall switch. There's a docking station that gets screwed to the wall, the remote drops in, and then if it's set up in smart mode, that means the pilot's off unless the unit calls for heat. It doesn't use any energy unless it's required, and 365 days a year it can be set in that mode and never be touched. The GreenSmart remote will allow you to function as a standard switch where you just touch the top button, it'll power the unit on and the unit will stay on until you turn it off. Or you can put it in a thermostat mode, which will allow it to turn on and off like a conventional thermostat. In the smart mode, that's where it saves you money. Smart mode will allow the pilot to light when you call for heat. It'll also allow the flames to modulate up and down based on room temperature rather than only at one set temperature like a traditional remote. So it'll actually keep your room more comfortable and more consistent as far as temperature goes. Whenever the unit gets satisfied for room temperature and turns off, the pilot also turns off in the smart mode. So when it calls for heat again, it'll light the pilot and it'll actually turn the flames back on to whatever setting they need to be on for the temperature of the room. I'm going to take you through the whole operation of this remote and show you how it works. It's really simple. There's only 4 buttons on here to learn, and on the back side it actually shows you how to learn those buttons as well. There's a little reminder there. The GreenSmart remote is really simple. It has a power on button, it has a thermostat button that allows you to change between your modes of your thermostat, which is off, on, or smart mode. It has an up and down toggle that allows you to raise or lower the flames, fan speed, the light on and off, which is called auxiliary on here, or your rear burner flame on or off. The mode button in the bottom allows you to choose between flame, fan, light, and rear burner. Let's take a closer look at how those buttons work. I'm going to show you how easy it is to operate any of the 4 buttons on the GreenSmart remote. You have your top button, which is your power on. That displays your temperature in the room and your set temperature, what you want it to come on at, and then it's also displaying right now that I'm in the smart mode. So that's all you have to do to power up your unit. Your unit's powered up. The next button down is your thermostat button. The thermostat button is displaying on 75 degrees set temperature, 73 degree house temperature, which means that the unit is going to turn itself on and heat it up till 75 degrees. The next mode down is the smart mode. Smart mode means the flames are going to modulate up and down based on room temperature. The next mode is thermostat off mode. That means the fireplace is on manually and it'll stay on until you turn the power button off up at the top. When the GreenSmart remote is in the smart mode, it will not let you adjust the main burner. It'll let you adjust the fan, the auxiliary, which is for your rear lighting, and it'll also let you turn your back burner off. It will not let you toggle back over to that main burner. This is because the hotter the room gets, the smaller the flame gets in smart mode all by itself. The colder the room gets, the larger the flame gets, and it does that all automatically in smart mode. The next button down is your up-down toggles. A lot of people have trouble if they have larger fingers when they press this center button. It actually isn't, you don't depress the center button. You actually put your finger in the center of it and you simply roll your thumb up or you roll your thumb down to make a selection. The mode button at the bottom is simply lets you toggle between your main burner, your fan, auxiliary, which is your lighting inside your fireplace, and your rear burner. Right now with the power on, the flame icon is lit, is highlighted, which means that's showing you your burner and it's on high. I can bring my burner down off of high manually if I don't want my burner up quite so high. I want a little bit lower flame, a little bit lower temperature. I can bring it back up onto the high mode. The mode button down at the bottom allows me to go over to fan And the high button might have a little bit of air noise, so I can bring my fan down just off of high, and now I can have a comfortable amount of airflow, and I can still have my fan on without any of the audible noise. When I hit the mode button again, it goes over to the auxiliary button, which is my rear light, and then I can toggle my rear light to the off position and now have a little bit darker firebox. If I hit my mode button again, it goes over to the rear burner, and I can turn my rear burner off. So now only my front burner stays on, and I've actually cut my heat down even further on my flame, which might be really nice for summertime use. Using your mode button, you can toggle over to your, what we call the rear burner. Well, the new model that we have out, which is called the 564 Diamond Fire, has two side burners rather than a front rear burner. So you're actually turning off the two side burners when you turn off the rear burner. The GreenSmart remote has a handy feature for nighttime use, which is a backlight. Anytime you touch any one of the buttons on the GreenSmart remote, the backlight comes on. The backlight gives you 10 seconds to make your choice if you're going to go on the mode button. If you're going to change your, say you're going to turn your backlight off, and you toggle your mode button until it gets over to the auxiliary, which is your backlighting for inside the firebox. If you don't make your selection to turn it off, it goes right back over to the main flame icon. Hit your mode button again, go back over to auxiliary, hit your down arrow, and it turns off the rear light. It's that simple. You'll notice that the GreenSmart remote will display whether it's a Celsius or Fahrenheit, and right now we have it in the Fahrenheit mode. With the power off, you just simply press your mode and your thermostat button, and it changes over to Celsius. You'll press it again, and it goes right back over to Fahrenheit. It's that easy to change between the two. The GreenSmart remote comes with a built-in child safety lock. Press the mode and the up arrow at the same time, and it puts the lock icon, which means the remote can no longer be used, so your settings can't be changed. Or in reverse, press the mode and the up arrow again, and it turns it back off. The GreenSmart remote has a neat energy saver built into it. If you press one of the buttons on here and the blue backlight doesn't highlight up, that means you're going low on your batteries. If you go really low on your batteries, then you'll get a little battery icon up here, and you'll have to replace your batteries at that point, and there's 3 AAAs here. Underneath the fireplace are 4 AA's, and you'll know that those go bad when you have pressed one of the buttons and you don't hear the audible beep that says it's received the signal. Once you replace those batteries, then you'll need to resync the remote. If ever you're trying to make adjustments on the remote control and you get no reaction and no audible sound from the receiver, you need to reprogram your receiver. The receiver is located underneath the fireplace. It's very easy to do. Make sure you're in the remote position here. Use something like a paper clip. Press in through the program buttonhole. Hear the audible beep. Press the on button. Release. You've now resynchronized your remote, and the unit will turn on. Travis Industries has programmed into each gas fireplace a beep code. What that means is it'll make an audible sound. Maybe when you're walking by your fireplace, you'll hear 1 beep. If it has 1 beep and a pause, that just means your batteries in your receiver are getting low. You probably haven't replaced them for about a year. And if your batteries go all the way dead, that means your rear burner or side burners on that Diamond Fire, they won't work because they actually run off the batteries. A 2 beep code means you need to call for service, and a serviceman will come out and take a look at the fireplace and see what's wrong with the pilot flame. If it's a 3 beep code, 3 beeps means that the unit needs to be powered off, and powered back on, it means the pilot failed to light. Thank you for buying a Travis Industries gas product. The GreenSmart remote system that came with your Travis gas product is one of the easiest to use. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video today. And if you have any questions, contact your local retailer. They'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.